Hello, this is Miss Laurent. I would like to talk to you today about the magic of languages. Languages are magical for many reasons. I would like you to consider the following questions. Have a think. In the future, would you like to get the job of your dreams, no matter what sector you want to work in? Do you want to become smarter, have a better memory? Do you want to go to the best universities in the world? Do you want to make more friends? Do you want to become more resilient and have more self-confidence? If the answer to any of these questions was yes, then you need languages. Languages are magical because they will help you get your dream job. In sports, for example, whether you want to be an athlete yourself, a coach, an international referee, or a translator, languages will help you in your career. Do these people look familiar to you? All of them have in common that they have a very successful career and they speak many languages. These are just 4 examples of many sportsmen and women who are multilingual and have a successful career. Athletes can have more opportunities abroad if they speak foreign languages. And multiple languages give them the ability to converse at a more personal and relatable level. It makes a huge difference. What do you think all these clubs and channels have in common? They have in common that they use the same translating company. There are many companies who provide big clubs with translators. The translators work with the footballers, the rugbymen, on the pitch to translate what the coach says. They're also there during press conferences so that they can translate the questions of the journalists. If you become a translator, you would work a lot with lots of sportsmen and women. And you will have a crucial job in translating what they say. Languages were magical for this ex-Sweden student, for example. He studied languages and now he works in Switzerland, speaking French and German and English, working in Formula 1. Languages are magical because they will help you get your dream job in business, in finance, in technology, in law. In business, for example, it creates stronger business relationships. Here is a quote from a former German politician. He was saying, if I'm selling to you, I speak your language. If I'm buying, dann müssen Sie Deutsch sprechen. Then you must speak German. What he means by this is that when you want to do business, you need to adapt to your client. And that's the way it should work. And that's the way you create better business relationships. And that's how you can make the client want to hire you again. Longer lasting business relationships go through the use of languages. If you are the company who speaks their language, obviously they will go with you. Also, at a job interview, if you are against a candidate who has the same experience as you, same qualifications, the company for sure will go with the one who can offer something more. And that extra thing can be languages, because they know that if they hire you and you speak the language of the client, they will make more business. Languages were magical for this ex-Sweden student, for example. He has a wonderful career in finance, using Italian in his everyday life, and he lives in Italy. Languages are magical because they will help you get your dream job in science as well. In science, we work a lot together. When we do research, for example, with the COVID vaccine, countries had to work collaboratively in order to find the vaccine. The research was not just done in one country, and because researchers helped each other, they managed to find a vaccine faster than if they had not spoken the language of each other. In science, we work together as well in space, for example. The astronaut in the middle is called Thomas Pesquet. He's French, but he said in an interview recently that languages were so important in his career. If he had only stuck to French, he would not have been able to work in the ISS with people from all over the world. Astronauts are required to learn lots of foreign languages in order to do their job very well. For example, the training center for astronauts in Europe is based in Germany. So astronauts have to learn German. Also, when they go into space, they need to learn the languages of the people they are going to work with. Thomas Pesquet had to learn English in order to work with the Americans. He was also asked to learn Russian in order to work with his Russian colleagues. And he was explaining lately that languages are crucial in order to build very strong relationships. And once you are in the ISS, if something goes wrong, you absolutely need to understand each other, understand how people may react, because in a moment of danger, people will react in their mother tongue. So it is very important for their safety to know the language of each other. And it creates much stronger relationships between them. Languages are magical because they will get you your dream job in politics as well. In order to negotiate between countries, in order to understand other cultures, you need to learn languages. People who work for the United Nations, for example, are all able to speak various languages because it helps them to communicate and it helps them to understand each other. It's very important in politics. Also, if your dream is to work in fashion, in art, in film industry, then languages will open doors for you. In fashion, for example, you could end up working for Yves Saint Laurent, for Gucci, for Dior, for Chanel. All of them are based abroad. In the film industry, look at all these famous people here. All of them speak at least one foreign language. It has enabled them to have a career abroad. It has enabled them to make more friends and have more connections in their field. For actors, it also helps them to interpret their characters if their characters are foreign. It makes a huge difference. If your dream job is in tourism, then languages will be very important. If you want to work for a travel agency, or if you want to be a guide or a pilot, or any job in hospitality. Imagine if you want to train as a chef, there are so many countries that will be able to provide you with an excellent training. You may want to go to Italy, you may want to go to France, to Japan, to Spain. Without languages, this would not be possible. So you need to learn languages for these jobs. Languages were magical for this ex-Sweden student. Thanks to languages, she managed to get a job as a cabin crew for British Airways. And it has changed her life. She uses foreign languages every day as part of her job. Languages are magical because they will help you get your dream job working for charities, for example. You may want to work for the Red Cross in the future. You never know where your career will lead you, and you might have to go abroad. And I know that students often tell me, but what if I just want to stay in Britain? You will still need languages. We live in a very multicultural country. If you go for a job in London, you may apply for a job in a French company, a German company, a Spanish company. And if you're the candidate who speaks their language, they will hire you. Also, you may end up working for an English company that has Spanish people or Italian people, French people, German people. In order to work better with them, knowing their language will help you. Languages are also magical, because they will help you become smarter. Learning a language develops intelligence, and it helps you to develop transferable skills. For example, conflict resolution or empathy. You are more able to understand other people's feeling, and you become a more caring person. You become better at listening. You have a more positive attitude. All these things are developed through the learning of a foreign language. And the research shows that learning a language creates new pathways in your brain, so it develops your intelligence. Languages are magical because they will help you enter the best universities in the world. All these universities are impressed by students who have done languages. Learning languages can be challenging, and it requires you to work hard and be resilient. And these are the qualities that the best universities and employers look for in a candidate. Languages are also magical because they will help you make new friends. You'll be more sociable, more empathetic, more tolerant. And let's face it, being fluent in a foreign language is always considered as something that's really cool. So I would like to share with you this quote from Nelson Mandela. If you talk to a man in a language he understands, that goes to his head. If you talk to him in his language, that goes to his heart. What it means by this is that when talking to someone in their own language, it says a lot about you. You're showing them that you're taking a step towards them. You're showing them that your own language is not more important than theirs. You're showing them that you consider them as equal to you. You're showing them that you acknowledge their difference and you embrace it. And your rapport with the person becomes so much more meaningful. So, yes, sometimes you will make mistakes. Yes, sometimes you will sound silly in a foreign language. And yes, sometimes you will be misunderstood, but it doesn't matter. You've managed to learn English in your life, so you can manage to learn another language. Don't be afraid of the difficulty. Don't be afraid of sounding silly, because at the end of the day, if you manage to communicate in a foreign language, it will help you in so many ways in your life. It has helped me personally in my own life. I didn't plan to come and live in England. It just happened, and it happened because I could speak English. It has changed my life completely. No matter what your dream life is, languages will enable you to make your dream come true. Thank you very much for listening.